All right, joined in the PornCrush studio today by one of the top stars in the adult industry, without question. Nominee for Performer of the Year last year by AVN, Anna Claire Clouds. Anna, thanks for being here today. It's great to catch up with you.
Thank you so much. I need you to introduce me for everything. That made me feel very good. Thank you
I know.
so much.
Well, actually, there's such a long list. I could still be talking right now, but I don't want your head to get too big. But everyone knows what a great job you're doing in the industry. And I tell you what, I think you and some of your closest friends might break OnlyFans here in a few days with this scene you've got coming up, which is why I wanted to talk to you. You, Alexis Tae, Maddy May, and Lumi Ray, 4-on-1 group scene with the man himself, Johnny Sins. Uh, you've been advertising it quite a bit on social media. I think everyone's excited about it. If they aren't members of your OnlyFans pages, surely they will be soon. Tell us, first of all, uh, kind of about the idea behind this scene. You wrote it, you came up with the concept, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me about how it all unfolded.
So, the idea to this really came up from constantly seeing the Johnny Sins meme
Hmm.
and from all of his actual Brazzers roles that he would do, just him being a fighter, this, that, and other thing. And everybody on TikTok actually constantly on my videos that I'd take with Johnny or any little behind the scenes clip that I would ever have with Johnny, they would say, "Oh, that's my doctor plumber. That's my mom's.
Hmm.
That's my mom's pizza guy. That's a policeman in my town." Like they'd say
Right.
all these things. So it's already a really well known meme that's already generated its own traction just from
Hmm.
really being kind of funny. And I thought, well, what better to use that than with an actual porn with
Hmm.
Johnny Sins himself. And so a fan had reached out and commented on one of Johnny's posts and said that he'd like me and somebody else, I can't remember who, but it was a couple other girls that were in the group, to
Hmm.
share with him. And I said it would be a good group. And he said, absolutely, DM me or text me or something. So I
Right.
reached out to him with the idea, and he was 100% down. Um,
Wow.
Me and my friends had already talked about it because I kind of knew. I was like, Johnny's gonna want to fuck us. Like he
Hmm.
is absolutely gonna want to. Johnny is a horny man, and he is 100% up for the challenge. He is like,
Yeah,
he's Johnny Sins for a reason. He 100% brings it to every scene that he does.
absolutely.
So I knew that he was gonna be up for it for four girls that were just gonna absolutely ravish him. It's Johnny
Yeah.
Sins. He's gonna
Yeah.
want to do that. so, so we had already spoken about it, and everybody had spoken about the ideas of like the characters they wanted to play, how they could contribute to it. It was just a really, everybody was really excited for the experience in from the very beginning.
Right.
So that's initially how it started.
What's cool to me is, I think a year or two ago, hell, maybe 6 months ago, when people would think about OnlyFans, they think usually OnlyFans is just a guy and a girl getting together in a bedroom, shooting a scene. But it's becoming more and more elaborate, at least in a case like this. You're not seeing a ton of it, but this is kind of trend setting in a way. I mean, is this about, someone like yourself wanting to be more creative and kind of go, I don't want to say over the top because that's a negative term, but like just, you know, uh, push the limits a little bit instead of just doing the norm, or is it about money, or like what is it that made you want to do this, something kind of this elaborate for OnlyFans?
I just thought it would be really fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just thought it would be so much fun, and um, it would the whole beginning part of it, the whole like beginning
Yeah.
section is safe for work, so it's usable on all
Hmm.
platforms, which is also really fun. We don't really get to show a lot of our skills just with comedy and acting.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get to do that often, so this really was just a fun goofy, like really fun experience for us to all say, "Oh, I could do like Lumi Ray, who is great
Hmm.
at squirting. She's wonderful squirting. She was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
I need to be the fireman. I have to be the firefighter." And we did a little thing where I wrote in that she was squirting and to put out
Hmm.
a fire
Yeah.
hydrant or in front of her, and she
Yeah.
told Athens that she can't get the fire out. So he said, "You need to use a natural source," and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was the natural source. So we all really got to show just a much more interesting, fun side than just what
Hmm.
we normally get to do with normal OnlyFans stuff. And I just thought it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. When I was writing it, I really laughed. Like I laughed several times because I just maybe I'm biased because it's my friends and I know how funny and good that they'll do it.
Hmm.
But like seeing them do it in person, seeing Lumi run across the screen multiple times, was just
Right.
so funny. And then seeing Alexis Tae sit there and joke about being a nurse and then have the thing stolen away from her and act
Hmm.
turned on by it. It was just really funny. All of
Yeah.
it was a really fun day, to be honest.
Yeah, and I bet it's refreshing because I mean, as much as you love your job, I'm sure shooting studio after studio scene can get monotonous after a while, and like it's nice to probably have your own stamp on something like this. So but that
It
was
is, and to be entirely like full transparency here, we did
fun.
shoot that scene in about 5 hours. We
Wow.
had
Yeah.
a bit of a time crunch on the day, which was totally fine. Everything ended up working out great, but we shot it in 5 hours, so it wasn't. Um,
Yeah,
it was
wasn't
just a crazy, it was a really fun, exciting day. Alexis Tay was kind enough to keep track of everybody's time throughout the day and make sure we didn't spend time on doing anything extra. She
Yeah.
really kept us on time with that, so I attribute a lot of us being able to
Mhm.
do it in 5 hours to her. But yeah, we shot it all in 5 hours with
Right.
sex deals, pretty girls in each outfit, photographs,
Yeah.
was the whole
Oh,
thing.
you even did Pretty Girls and all that. You went pretty high end too. Like, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Siren Obscura that shot the scene? She's so talented, and I mean, you went all out, didn't you?
Siren, she was wonderful. I came with a script, I came with a shot list. I had little keynotes that I needed for the performers and for everyone. But when it came to actual camera angle and what I knew about the location itself, what it would look like at that certain time of day and things along those lines, I kind of told her, I was like, I kind of need you. That's going to
Hmm.
be up to you for the shot. If you think the shot should look this way, that's going to be up to you. And I sent her the script ahead of time, so she had plenty of time to get a good idea of what we were looking at.
Yeah.
And with her, I helped pick the shots as well, but she
Hmm.
really did. She got the concept and she fully
Yeah.
executed it in the way
Yeah.
that I imagined, really.
Yeah. So once you got all the particulars out of the way and it was time to get down and dirty, I mean, how did you feel like it went? I mean, was it? I mean, you're working with not just the best male performer around, but three of the best, without question, three of the best females. Tell me how the scene actually went once you got started.
Without question, three of the best female and the best male, one of the best male performers in the industry right now.
Yeah.
It was exactly like you imagine. It was
Hmm.
extremely high energy, extremely fun, so many laughs, so much cum, squirting. Alexis Tae did anal. I
Uh-huh.
I squirted. So did Maddy
You
May.
squirted. Okay.
Oh yeah, I squirt, and so did Maddie, and so did Lumi. There was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of. It was extremely high energy sex for about an hour,
Yeah.
with no cuts, just real, raw, unedited,
Hmm.
just real raw sex,
Yeah.
100%. We did do a couple little fun things, of course, where we had a couple things that we knew we had in mind and we wanted to do. We wanted to have like a train of heads that did a blowjob, which we did plan a couple, little
Hmm.
things like that. We thought that would be fun, but yeah, no, all of that was unscripted. That was just 100%. When we took sex stills, we got a couple ideas of things that we could do, but
Hmm.
I don't even think we kind of just fucked like 100%. We
Yeah.
were just fucking the whole time, and
Right.
it was great. And there's a lot of real, like all of us left that day saying, "Wow, really good, really, really good."
I think any guy that watches that is going to think, how in the world does a male engage in something like that with four hot women like that and last that long and not pop after like 15 minutes? Does that ever become a concern? Like, slow down. I gotta hold back. Or yeah, that's probably more of a question for him, but I don't know.
No, it's not a question with him. You don't have to do that at all. Sometimes, yes, with other people, I can. fully say that with someone that's newer, I of course would be a little easier on with
Hmm.
my performance or anything along those lines, but not with Johnny. No, you just it was full on, just
Yeah.
absolutely full on the entire time. There's no other way that I can say it. And he brought it the entire time as
Yeah.
well. It was at one point he just started laughing. He was like, "Oh my god!" Because it just he'd been just going so intensely on him, and
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
We all were laughing the entire time. It was a really fun
Yeah.
experience. It was probably one of my favorite sex scenes that I've
It,
done for
and
sure.
probably too, because for people that may not follow you on social like as closely as I do in my job, but I mean, these are three of your best friends too. So it's not like you just found three hot, good female performers. These are girls that are also your best friends. How much more special did it make it to do it with them?
We were in contact for so much of this, from the
Hmm.
beginning to it happening to the end. I am grateful enough to be able to have such wonderful people in my life that are so giving and so creative and just fun. And so this experience was a lot of fun. It was really
Hmm.
nice to be able to collaborate with people that were just as excited about the project as I was, and um,
Yeah.
like I didn't even have to explain it more than once. The moment I said, like the Johnny Sins meme, we could do something like that. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're doing it," and they had
Yeah.
ideas and this, and it's
Yeah.
like it's just like doing something fun with your friends, and
Hmm.
and really any hiccups when it came to stuff like that at all. It was
Yeah.
really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. What happens when it's all over and he leaves? What do you guys do? You go to dinner and eat a big celebratory meal? Did y'all pass out from just being worn down? Or what was that
Me too.
after like?
Afterwards, we kind of all hung out there and talked for a little bit. Somebody
Yeah.
had to be somewhere,
Okay.
because that was one of the time crunches. Somebody had to be somewhere, and I think that we got a little bit of food and
Yeah.
out, but we were exhausted. Yeah, we were pretty tired.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
we were pretty tired,
And
for sure.
yeah, I'm sure.
Definitely
So
tired.
this comes out, if I'm not mistaken, Saturday, right? June 24th. Is that
Yes.
correct? So, I mean, you've been kind of hyping it for 3 or 4 days. I mean, are a lot of people, commenting and talking about it, or you getting much feedback in terms of the buzz?
Yeah. A lot of people. I've just, we just released the trailer yesterday.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
for it. We've just been posting pictures and giving people little ideas and hints about it.
Yeah.
So just releasing the trailer, it definitely gave people an idea of what I've been talking about. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of excitement for it. All of us are already pre-selling it on our OnlyFans on all
Yeah.
of our platforms,
Right.
which has been a good indicator of the interest that people have,
Yeah.
and it's been
Yeah.
great. It's been
Good.
wonderful.
Good.
I think everybody is just as excited about this as we've been. Johnny was so nice. He provided the location for us. So, like, huge shout out
Okay.
to Johnny for doing that. Everybody, including the fans, have been just
Good.
very excited. And, who doesn't want to be cheered on while they're having sex? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Absolutely. Now, is this kind of inspiring you, or giving you a little bit of motivation to do some more stuff like this in the future when it comes to writing scenes and coming up with concepts like this?
Yeah, absolutely. I really enjoy like writing. I It's definitely something that I enjoy doing. I really enjoy directing in some form or fashion and working with people
Yeah.
that I love and respect and admire, and really have a lot
Hmm.
of fun with. That's All of those things are things that I absolutely love. I've had a couple male talent reach out to me actually about ideas for their own four versus one
Yeah.
that that would be a lot of fun, which I think that we might do renditions of this in the future. They might be a little different because that was a really special day.
Yeah.
Getting everybody off at the same time,
Yeah.
and I mean, everybody wasn't even off. Like it was a big day. People had stuff to do afterwards. Like I think all of us had something to do afterwards. Like, and
Hmm.
it was a very very special day to get
Yeah.
people there at once. But I think that we will do renditions of this later and possibly
Yeah.
mix it up. But it definitely gives me a lot of ideas to do more than just even separate 4 versus 1, to do
Hmm.
um, some other writing things that I'm
Yeah.
very,
Well, yeah,
very.
you certainly set the bar pretty high with this one, just like you have in your career, Anna. It was about 2 years ago, I think, when we first met at a restaurant out in I don't know, wherever you were living at that time. But since then, I mean, you have been on a since I met you, you've been on a roll. I mean, you have been working your butt off. I mean, uh, you know, Best New Starlet candidate. I mean, had a great chance to win that Performer of the Year last year. I mean, you're well on your way again. What's keeping you going, girl? I mean, you are just you haven't slowed down. I mean, are you just enjoying it that much? And
I like it.
yeah,
I like it. I really do think I have a wonderful support system, and if it's if there's people in my life that aren't that I not that are bad people, but if there are people in my life that we're in different paths right now, and I
hmm,
know we're kind of button heads in that way, I try to just stay. I don't. We don't butt heads. We try to keep away from each other. I'm at a
yeah,
point in my life that is I feel just adult and I'm happy. And I really am around a lot of wonderful adults because of this industry.
hmm,
A lot of wonderful people with the same mindset as me. I don't really have to deal with even people that I butt heads with often. You know what I mean? That doesn't
yeah,
even really happen. And I just am very lucky to have a great support system. And this industry and my life just so happen have given me like just so many great people that are
yeah.
supportive. Like you, Austin. I mean, come on. Do you hear everything you just said about me? I just
No, it's been really fun to watch your progression, because I remember that day I thought this girl is going to be something big, and that's why I wanted to do the story in the first place a couple years ago, and I got it right. Damn it, you're making me look good. So, yeah, but well, hey, I'm happy for you, and I'm excited for this scene, and I know fans are too. So thanks for giving us a few minutes tonight to tell everyone about it, and let's catch up again soon. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm very excited. Make sure that everyone goes and follows all of the individuals in the performance so you can see all the other amazing things that everyone's doing as well. Because I can go ahead and say that my friends have some really big things coming too. Some really, really big,
Yeah.
cool things. So you guys
They
are not
are
that
they are
either.
all they have all done great things already, and I know
Oh
that
my
they're
gosh.
just like you're on a upward ascension. They are as well. So you definitely picked three good ones, and looking forward to talking to them soon too. So thanks, Anna. Let's catch up again soon. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. All
Bye.
right.